some. This is where it all goes down. A highway plague and empty cuts the desert's
Just walking in the front door to the lounge, and got our new ceiling grid in. Let me close this door the rest of the way. There's that. And so over here, this is the first door we come to. The lounge has got TV, that'll be the entertainment center. There'll be probably a pinball machine or a video game over there in the corner. We'll have a kitchenette over here. And this will be the ADA compliant bathroom here. And so that's all should be good to go. Ready to start getting that stuff put together. So this is the lounge. Over here will be probably another video game or something over there in the corner. And then that's the front window, of course. And then over here will be the refrigerator, a microwave, probably a kitchenette or something, or a pub table or something right there. And then in this area we'll have down in front of the entertainment center, we'll have a couple of couches. Okay, and then we walk on through here. We get to the first hallway before we get into the studio. And I wired, we got some more paint stuff and trim stuff to do. The hallways are all double layered sheetrock. And I wired, I don't have the patch panels in yet, but they're all wired for microphone inputs, speaker pass-throughs, instrument pass-throughs, and headphones. And then when we come into here, this will be the duplication room, where we'll have the CD and DVD duplicating equipment. Also, all of the HDMI, Cat5, RG6 video feed through, which will come through here. I got a little bit of touch up to do on that with some mud. And we got lots of outlets and stuff. There'll be a bench right here. This is the entrance to the cellar, which is a concrete cellar that was used for nefarious purposes back in the day. So there's the cellar. There you go, down there. And I've ran speaker wires, microphone wires, all sorts of stuff down there, pass-throughs, so we can run any format we want down through there. Okay, so that's the cellar. Let's see if you need to ventilate. Turn on my ventilation fan that I wired in. And now it's being ventilated. Okay. So that's the duplication room. And then we get to the control room. Now notice none of the walls touch each other. Everything's separated. Dual layers of 5/8 sheetrock on everything, including this one right here. This is the other side of it. So this is the control room. And up in the ceiling, we've got these clouds that my dad has built. And boy, I tell you, I can't even describe how much work these things have been for him to get these in this form, because everything is braced so that it doesn't fall apart when you're moving and manipulating stuff. See, every single one of those he built. 27 of these, I think, total. There's 9, 10 in this room, and then there's 15 in the live room. So back here is where there'll be a couch and whatnot right there. Then there's going to be right here at the front of this little couch stage will be a 5-bay wide processing rack. Then we have back behind that wall will be a cable run that runs over here to the patch bay. And then you can see the security cameras are all on. I got a 16 channel security camera system. This will be the machine room. And if I turn this on, this is where all the computers and whatnot will go. And up there is all of the video and audio cabling that will jump down into this room. Quite a bit of it. And then over here is, of course, the control room window. Now, my dad built this little rack today to hold the fabric for the clouds, because we kind of wrestled with it yesterday and it was kind of an aggravating thing. And then he also built up this frame where we can set the frames for the clouds that actually hold the insulation. And so the first finished cloud is up here. That's completely done. And what's cool is that this is actually switched individually above the console, so that if we have lighting set up in the room, where we like it, if I need to see the console, we don't have to change the rest of the lighting for the room. I can just light up the console, which is pretty cool. Now, this is our TV lift. Now, I don't know why most studios haven't done this, but I think this is a really, really big deal. And what we did was we're gonna use a 51-inch plasma TV as a control room monitor and the DAW monitor, and then we'll be able to feed any signals from the building, whether it's internet, cable TV, satellite, video feeds from cameras in the various rooms, whatever, security cameras, everything will be able to be routed anywhere. So what's cool is, since this is now finally, the final wiring and placement, everything's been put in, we stuck the TV away because we gotta get that window put in, the glass still. But what's pretty cool is that when you're tracking, it'll be in the up position, but then when you go to record or to mix and edit, it'll be down into the lowered position. And we also have across the top, you'll see that black bar. That's for a curtain that'll go across and block out the whole window once the TV is in the down position. So that's pretty sweet. This took, I can't even tell you how many hours we got into this, having to rewire the switching system, having to rewire the the backup wired switch in case there's ever a failure with the RF remote. And it took a lot of work and a lot of trial and error. And we finally got everything to where we're really happy with it. It functions nice and smooth and everything is golden. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. And then the clouds, like this guy here, we put up, in this room, there's various types of lighting. So we turn these guys off. Here's the camera switching to night vision mode. And then we've got the sconces, which are pretty cool. And I got my new exit signs up, so everything's all good to go. But then if we don't want to use the sconces, we'll have these guys, which is pretty neat. But you won't see the source of the light once the clouds are completed. So all you will see is the reflection off the ceiling, like this one is doing now, because this is the first completed cloud. So there you go. So that's the control room. Oh, and there'll also be what I call the wow speakers hanging off of where that speaker wire is hanging down, still got masking on it for the painting. So that will be like an EAW box. There'll be a dual 15 EAW sub that'll be under the console down here. Those are the wow speakers for when we need to blow somebody's hair back. So there's that. And then we come in here, this hallway is also wired for pass-throughs, for speakers, microphones, guitar, instrument, and headphones. And then we come into the live room. And it's the same thing here in the live room with the clouds. You've got all of these acoustical clouds that are yet to be built. All the wiring is finalized in these now, but you can see the DMX cables hanging down from the color changers. And looking towards the back wall, you'll see on the left window there is the voiceover booth, and then the right window is actually the drum. A thing of note is that in here we also put video cabling in all of the walls. So each wall has 2 lines of Cat5, 6 lines of RG6 for component and composite video plus HDMI. So that's pretty cool. And just like in the other room, you have sconces as well. These are still just work lights, but they will be sconces. This room is 36 feet deep, 22.5 feet across, and ceiling height is about 11.5 feet. But with the clouds hanging down, they're probably clouds of like probably 10.5 feet, I think is what the bottom of the clouds is. So there's that. That's kind of cool. Now, this is where it gets funky. So if I go over here, other side of the room, we have a 4-way light switch over here. We've done this without going into the dark. So just like in the control room, we have accent lights for the clouds. And hopefully the accent lights will sound great. So there you go. That's that. That's looking back towards the control room. On this wall here, actually from this room, there's 48 tie lines that feed into the control room, which is pretty cool. And these color changers that are up in the ceiling, just like in the one cloud that we've already finished in the control room, you won't be able to see the source of the light. You'll just see the reflection of the uplighting. But here's the other thing I really like about this. We have DMX controlled lights in here that will be able to be integrated with the truss lighting system once that's installed. And so there is how this is just, I'm going to back up, see if I can back up far enough so you can see it. But this is the DMX controlled lights. They're just kind of on a random thing right now. So there's 15 of these in the live room, and they'll be able to be programmed to do whatever we want, which will be pretty cool. And on this wall here, we call this the north wall. That will have a 30-foot wide mirror on it, plus a 5,000 watt sound system for doing performance rehearsals. And then back up here, I'm gonna turn some of the lights on. Back up here will be, along this ceiling edge, will be a lighting truss at some point, which is pretty cool. All right, so going back here, this hallway that feeds to the back restroom, but we haven't done anything in there yet. And this is the drum room. The drum room is about 14 by 14, has 12-foot high ceilings. There's 2 clouds in here. We haven't finished them yet, but just like in the other room, they also have the accent lighting, just because it's kind of cool and it's easily changed out if you want to do something else. So what's cool about this is we have 16 channels that feed into here from the live room, but they're paralleled to the 16 over here in the live room. That's the cable room right there. And then I took 13 through 16 and we paralleled them over there to the vocal booth. And the vocal booth isn't anything spectacular. It's actually, like probably 5 by 7. It's not very big, and has an access hatch in it for a crawl space. But it's also got a really cool little light. But this will be channels 13 through 16 are parallel from here, or to here, or to 1 through 16 in the live room. What this allows me to do is at a later point, if I need to expand this room, what is currently the drum room, will be able to be utilized as a second control room with this direct 16 channel pass through into the live room, plus its own dedicated vocal booth. And we call it the drum room because this is probably where the house drum kit will live, and when it's not used, it'll be stored back there in the closet. That's actually the TV right there that goes above the console. So, and then back in here, we haven't, like I said, we haven't done anything back here yet. This is, just a bathroom, and came with a double shower, which I thought was kind of odd for a car to have a double shower, but we're going to eventually turn this into like a dressing. So there's that. Not a lot to look at in there. Yeah, so there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed the tour. That's basically it. There's another back door, but that's just a back door for loading and whatnot. But there you go. If you got any questions, let me know.